Good to have you with us today.
Thank you, Todd. Honored.
Congressman, first, let's start off with preparation. There have been a lot of concerns about whether or not the president should have some sort of a big outdoor inaugural ceremony, citing security concerns. How sure are you that things are going to be okay and this is going to be a safe event?
Look, I think after what occurred at Butler, with what happened at the golf course in Florida, I think that there's going to be a hypersensitivity to make sure the president is protected, and I think that's his call ultimately. I think we need to know that as commander-in-chief and as people that love him, surround him, are going to be making good calls to make sure that he is protected.
Congressman, are you confident that the Secret Service and law enforcement there can keep the president safe next Monday?
I think that they're under such scrutiny by the American population over what's happened in the last 6 months. I think change is underway, and especially, with him taking the helm. And then, look, there's a number of measures. I've introduced one to make sure that we get rid of the DEI element. And I'm hopeful that our measure can move forward, that we can make sure that the standards that have been historic aren't discarded by trying to meet certain quotas.
Congressman, you're also a member of the Doge Caucus. I know you guys are meeting tomorrow. What's priority number one for you? What needs to get whacked out of the budget?
I think the Inflation Reduction Act and the madness of those tax credits. If you look at some information that the Energy Information Administration put out, it says that by 2050 that 60% of our electric grid is going to be based on wind and solar. If we don't repeal those tax credits that are unfairly suppressing the utilization on the electric grid for natural gas, Oklahoma, the state that I come from, we're top 5, 6 for oil and gas production. And so we're asking the taxpayers, because of what the Democrats have tried to do in their climate alarmist ideology, we're taking from the people, subsidizing industries that can't stand on their own, and at the same time we're punishing what has been a mainstay of American energy for generations. And so repealing that, Goldman Sachs says it cost us $1 trillion. Over 10 years they sold it as $200 to $300 billion. That is real dollars that we need to make sure we right size. That is a boon to my state. That's a boom to America. It's the gold under the ground, as President Trump talks about it.
Congressman, just a few moments ago, you guys passed with bipartisan support, by the way. 2 Democrats joined all the Republicans to protect women in sports, girls in sports. Why are so many Democrats standing alongside these men who are pretending to be women?
I think it's what the governor of Arkansas said, in this last several years. It has been a choice between crazy versus common sense. And it's madness. And so we're restoring common sense. I think, I just put a video out to the constituency, and I think people need to know, yes, we're addressing the silliness, but we're also doing the hard work of trying to right size our budget. I can't tell you how excited I am about what Vivek and Elon have brought to the American awareness in terms of where we need to be focused on our spending habits in Washington, D.C. And if we miss this opportunity, you've got Pennsylvania Wharton business economists that are saying we've got about 10 years before the death spiral of where we're now spending almost $1 trillion in interest payments. And when Medicare and Social Security in another 10 years hit insolvency, we are outspending on just interest payments what we spend to defend our nation. Economic security is national security. If we miss this moment in time with the enthusiasm that Trump coming in, Elon and them have created, I'm greatly concerned we will plunge ourselves into never, never land. And that, the mainstay has always been we've got the world reserve currency. That has been questioned. If those of us have been paying attention to what other countries have been trying to do in the last couple of years, we have an opportunity here. Some of us are very serious about right-sizing our spending. We're going to do border. We're going to return to energy dominance.
Right.
But the thing that many of us hope will happen is we'll right-size our budget.
All right, Congressman, got to end it there. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.